The change of the seasons is here this week.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Astronomical spring officially begins here at 10:46 on Friday. And many of us like to think, okay, well, everything's going to be warm from here on. But as we know here in the mid-latitudes, Dante, that's not necessarily the case.
You mentioned latitude. The Earth is tilted on its axis at 23.5 degrees. And because of that, the direct sunlight goes to the equator. Well, it just so happens that the sun's rays are centralized over the equator at this particular time of year, and that means that our hours of daylight, at least in our region of the northern hemisphere, are generally equal or close to equal.
Yeah, that's exactly right, 12 hours. So that tends to allow for some warmer air for most of us. But again, halfway between the equator and the Arctic region, you could still have some intrusions of cold air, even though it's technically spring. So oftentimes we want to think it's up and away as we head in towards March and April, but reality is you could still have some strong cold fronts.
And as we get deeper into spring, closer to summer, in the northern hemisphere, that direct sunlight starts to tilt closer to the northern hemisphere latitudes, and that's why we get longer hours of daylight than nighttime from here on until about June 21st.
You're exactly right. And eventually that strong sunlight is going to overcome those cold fronts, and eventually you're going to see more consistent warmth. But it's a process sometimes.
Now, these astronomical seasons often are set on specific days just by the science of how things rotate. But this differs a little bit from how we keep records in meteorology.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Astronomical spring beginning this year on March 20th, but we consider weather spring or meteorological spring to run from March 1st to May 31st. Easier to keep climate stats, and generally those are the months in which you expect some spring-like weather.
Very neat information, Brandon. Hope you enjoyed something good on the National Weather Desk.